Disclaimer: The Sims 2 footage in this video is in no way a recommendation to purchase The Sims 2 Legacy Edition or any other Electronic Arts product. I am in no way affiliated with the company, and I would sleep much better at night if everybody stopped giving them money. The Sims 4 community has a backbone the shape of spiral staircases. It's been a while since I've seen a response so tone-deaf and superficial to a Sims controversy, and you'd think this would be the one to definitely rile people up. Lil Simsy, Plumella, Steffo Sims, James Turner, and many more Simmers have announced that they are leaving the EA Creator Network specifically because of the sale that's being finalized with Donald Trump's son-in-law and some billionaires from Saudi Arabia. I was staying away from this news because it pissed me off to no end, if I'm honest. But now that things are moving and that people with actual sway are taking drastic decisions, I realized I needed to pay a lot more attention to this. The official Sims page on Facebook, which is where I saw this since I do not have many social medias at all, made a post on Friday in which they're basically trying to say they acknowledge creators are leaving the network and they're respecting their decision, but that it changes nothing in their eyes. They also say that the sale won't change anything about The Sims 4 and that the game will keep its current representation. If that's true, then great, but that statement oversimplifies the issue tenfold. I've seen concern about The Sims 4 becoming less diversified, but the heart of the issue is that the money people spend on this diverse game is going to end up in the pockets of people who'd rather we all be dead. This is a moral problem of barely comprehensible proportion. Am I pretending I even understand how funding and profits work for a company like EA? I am not. Am I pretending I understand this sale, what it entails, and how it's even possible? I am not. It is way too complex for me, and I'm way out of my depth. You're in your right to wonder why I'm speaking on this then, and my logic is, however small a platform I have is still one. And if I can convince 2, 3, 4 people to never give EA a dime ever again, then I will have done some good in the world. Now, my dearest twinks and brunettes, the Sims team did not end their message with this peaceful acknowledgement. No. They wrapped their meaningless pew of corporate speak in a neat little bow, promising that there would be an update soon containing hundreds of fixes and free items. Now, you don't need to be a master of marketing and the concept of damage control to understand that what EA is doing is disgustingly transparent. It's pretty funny that most people in these Facebook comments don't seem to notice that at all, but I digress. If they had an expansion pack semi-ready, they would have announced that instead to minimize the backlash. An update to fix over 100 issues in the game being promised right when many huge simmers are leaving their network seems pretty convenient, does it not? At this point, there's no benefit of the doubt anymore. Simsy is your mom, EA is your dad. They're getting a divorce, and your dad is handing you an envelope with thousands of dollars in it to convince you to live with him. Even worse, it's like if your dad told you he got therapy to fix all of his issues to try to get you to love him again. And you know what, Dad? I still fucking hate you. Now, some of you may have heard of the concept of getting one guide. That's when you read a comment that frustrates you, and you start going around saying, people are saying yada yada, when in fact it was just one random dude on Facebook saying that once. I don't want to get one guide, which is exactly why I went through the extensive process of screenshotting every single comment I saw asking for specific fixes or new features without acknowledging the issue at hand until I could not physically look at my computer screen any longer. As you can see, this is an unfortunately widespread attitude, and I cannot see the words spiral staircase without rolling my eyes anymore. It has always been this way with this godforsaken Sims 4 community. These people are gambling at this point. Just one more spin, one more update, one more pack. Maybe we'll get fixed restaurants. Maybe we'll get fixed weddings. Maybe imagine the next update is spiral staircases. Imagine we win cars. Just one more, bro. Maybe it'll be open worlds or trampolines or preteens, or we'll forgive you if you bring out a Bridgerton vibes expansion pack. As a Bridgerton fan, I do not associate with this person. They are nothing and will die being nothing. But do you guys see what I mean? Like the level of insanity these people have to reach to be begging for features villagers at a time like this rings to me like a dude still spinning the only slot machine left inside a bankrupt casino, screaming to nobody, "It has to pay at some point!" EA will never pay. All it knows how to do is make us pay, and anytime they give us a morsel of anything for free, they pat themselves on the back, suck their own dicks off, and start workshopping on the next 20 paid DLCs they're gonna release in the coming year. The issue is not whether or not the features you're asking for are reasonable, it's whether or not you should be giving any grace to this fucking game anymore. If you can sell your soul for a spiral staircase, I don't think I can save you, but I can try. This channel was never really oriented towards Sims 4 anyway, but I've taken the decision to private every single Sims 4 video I've ever made, as well as change my channel name to remove the word Sims. I am still the same bee, beep, or as my Animal Crossing villagers like to call me, Busy Bee. None of this is about me. I'm aware of my own insignificance, but my inaction about the situation was starting to make me feel uncomfortable. As far as I'm concerned, I don't see a direct issue with still playing The Sims 2 or The Sims 3 on this channel, but get used to hearing these disclaimers before videos. I have been playing The Sims 2 since launch day. All the money I could have ever given EA for them has been given, and I have never been known to be a person who encouraged others to get the Legacy Edition when it came out. In fact, I ranted about the release on Twitch for an hour and 30 minutes, made an incendiary community post about it on YouTube, and made an angry post about it on Tumblr. I've always been against this bullshit release, now more than ever, if that's even possible. I also own all of the Sims 3 packs, and I would never encourage someone to do those same mistakes. So please, if you really want these games, pirate them. I'm being straight up. I don't care if I get in trouble for saying something like that. I am saying it with my entire chest. You better pirate these games. And while you're at it, pirate all that Sims 3 store content too. You don't have to pay for it. There's a better world out there. I'm also working towards building my own collection of Sims 2 and Sims 3 discs, since owning them physically won't give EA more money and they'll never be able to take the game away from me. These games have been part of my life longer than almost anything I can think of, and I believe making videos about them can still be done in an ethical way. Huge bummer about The Sims 4 though. Sucks that trying to bait us with nostalgia and bug fixes didn't work. People may be under the impression that I was one of those Sims 4 haters, but that's not even the case. The game makes me angry, and I think it is the undeserving heir to the throne of the entire Sims franchise, but I still kinda like it. It's like I was the prince's advisor and instructor for his entire childhood, and even though I'm now watching him become a tyrannical king, I still remember him from when he was a child, and the love I had for him is still there, you know? Now, that is not even touching on the AI issue. I am an AI hater first and human being second, so I guess you can imagine my stance on the matter. I am never gonna forgive a company for using AI to like generate stuff for a game, and I do not respect it more when they're transparent about it either. Just don't do it. It's extremely simple to not do something. And there's no risk of that happening with The Sims 2 or The Sims 3. So, you know, safe spaces for me, away from AI. And if you're about to defend AI in my comment section, I think honestly, you'd be better off walking into traffic. That'll be better for your health and mine. Anyway, yeah, boycott EA. Bye.